Hello everyone, this is Spliced, and welcome to my gear showcase video. So before I get into the gear, I'm going to put that at the end of the video, so you guys can just look through that. If you want to skip to it, I will leave a timestamp in the description and the pinned comment. I'm going to quickly go over the perks before that because I have a maxed Shaolin, as you guys can see, and people were asking me about it when I was live streaming, so I'm going to go over my perks. I'm going to explain how it works really quickly, very briefly, just so you guys understand it, and my reasons and decisions on why I chose it. So as you can see, when I go to the gear, right here, so you can see that I chose Devour, Endurance, and Headhunter. Devour is pretty self-explanatory. Execution, you get 15 health, and I want to get as much health as possible. There's two ways of getting executions: killing commanders or the officers, which are NPCs, and you see them a lot, or the heroes, the other players. So 15 health is actually pretty decent because it's a single light attack of extra HP, and any HP you want to get. The health pool is always being contested, so I like to get as much HP as possible, and you guys know that execution or gear stats have been removed, so executions don't get extra HP anymore now. It's just what it is in regular duels and stuff like that, so you gotta count that as well. Then I chose Endurance because every time you gain a Renown level, you get 3% stamina cost reduction for 12% stamina cost reduction. And that is really good for Shaolin because a lot of his stuff uses up a lot of stamina, so you want to make sure to reduce that as much as possible. I do have a third perk where it does give me stamina back whenever I successfully do damage to something, which is mainly for the bots and the AI stuff. But I'm recently going to be changing that back to heal on key stance because it's really good for killing the commander at the end, the king, because you can heal all your allies and yourself. So I'm going to be doing that more often, so it'll be fine for killing AIs. So I'm looking to keep Endurance for that reason, that I'm going to be changing the perk. If I didn't, though, I'd be going for Remedy, which is upon hero kill, heal 10 health, which is 25 health total if you get an execution on a hero, which is pretty good. It's like 2 light attacks of damage, or 2 pike hits, 2.5 pikemen hits, so it's pretty good. The other one I would actually go for instead of Endurance would be Supersonic, because Supersonic is actually really good for escaping. In Revenge, gain 50% movement speed and uninterruptible sprint. That's actually really good to have in situations where when you're fighting 1v1 and then suddenly someone jumps in, or two other people jump in, and you're like, oh crap, I can't beat this. But you don't want to lose up a ticket, you don't want to lose up your respawns of 15 seconds, so you want to get out of there, stay alive, go to the health pool, get back, and stay in the fight. Supersonic is actually really good to have, and I'm considering changing it, but I'll get into the reasons of why I'm not changing these at the moment, and you guys will know why, and I think you guys will agree with it. And the last one is Headhunter. This is a must-have for Shaolin. For each unique player bot hero you execute, increase max health by 4, max 4, so you're going to get 16 HP total for the rest of the game if you execute 4 different people. And this is actually extremely good because Shaolin only has, I think, about 120 HP, which is about Assassin HP, and he needs, or maybe he has 130, I'm not sure, but regardless, it just doesn't feel like he has that much HP. So if you get the extra 16, then that's really, really good. It brings him up to either Vanguard or even around hybrid, maybe even heavy level in a way, which is good. Like for a hybrid assassin-like character with a reflex guard, you need more HP because any little bit of hits will get through your guard, so that's really good to have. So that's why I chose those 3 perks. And again, those are the 3 that those Remedy and Supersonic is something I'd interchange. I would not get Clever Tactics, it's worthless. I would not get Crush Them, it's also worthless. So those are my choices. Now, to explain how the perk system works. Okay. For those who are looking to get 3 perks, you need a lot of steel. That is, I'm just going to be blunt, you're going to need a lot and a lot of steel. Unless if you play and play and play and play to get the right pieces that you need, if you want to get everything instantly, you're going to have to spend a lot of steel. As soon as I got to legendary rank, or rep 7, the first thing I did is I tried to get max gear and the 3 perks of my choosing. I was only able to get 2 perks of my choosing. It costed me 70,000 steel plus to get that, buying the gear and also upgrading the certain gear and changing the looks to what I want. Those 3 processes took me over 70k steel. I know it's a lot. and that's because that's what they want it to be. They want it to be more RNG based when it comes to the perks, and it's kind of ridiculous in my opinion when it comes to simply spending steel to upgrade the perks, because the perks in themselves are really not that special. Like, they don't have the gear stat advantages that the previous changes, like the previous gear, had. These are very like minuscule changes that you probably will barely even notice a difference in the actual game. So the fact that you're spending upwards of like $60 to fully upgrade a character on the spot is actually ridiculous. And I understand was like they incentivize for you to grind, but the fact that that's even a choice, but then the choice itself is also extremely expensive, is like, if you don't actually know the prices, you might actually just fall into this endless, or this huge abyss of spending money on steel because you're not really paying attention to how much you're actually spending. And it's kind of upsetting because people who only have like 10k, 15k steel that they saved up, maybe they want to save it up for like a new hero or something. They're like, oh, I'll just spend a couple thousand. It's fine. I'll like get the gear that I want. They're not going to get anywhere close. They're going to have to grind a lot to get what they want. But regardless, that's just my point on it. Anyways, moving on. So, how does it work? It's very simple. Every single piece of gear you get at max level, at least, will have 2 pieces of perks. As you can see, this one has Devourer, this has Headhunter, this one is Devourer, this one Headhunter, Endurance Headhunter, Endurance Headhunter, Endurance Headhunter, Devourer Headhunter. So basically all you have to do is get the perks, or get the gear that has the 2 perks that you want. So I wanted Devourer, I wanted Headhunter, so I looked for a headpiece that had that, and then it tells you how many points it has. You need a total of 700 or 600 of each of each perk to get it to activate. If you don't have 600 points total, the thing will not give you the perk. The way to get it simply is you just get multiple pieces of gear that have points, and then you upgrade the points. So when you click this, you upgrade one of these 2 to get it up to the level that you need it to. Some of them come already maxed out for certain pieces, but others don't, and then that's where the steel spending comes in to upgrade these gear. So I upgrade Devour all the way to 260, so this headpiece alone gives me 260 pieces points into the perk. And then Endurance, and then Devour, and then Devour. So these ones, there's 3 260s, which is why it gets me to 780. Why the Endurance is also 780, and why the Headhunter is 720 is because they're all 120. All the Headhunters below are maxed out at 120. Yes, you can get Refined gear. I currently don't really know the point in it because I don't have Refined gear, and I have 3 perks. So I don't really know what the point in that is. It's kind of weird to me. Maybe you just don't have to spend as much. I have no idea. But yeah, so that's basically just how you do it. It's very simple, very straightforward. Nothing really special to know about it. The only reason why it's confusing is because of how RNG it is. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 perks, and you can get 2 different perks for each one. So there's multiple variables for every piece of gear. You can get Devour Remedy, you can get Devour Supersonic, Devour Endurance, Devour Clairvoyance, Devour you just get like so many different kinds of variables for each perk. It's so randomized that it's kind of ridiculous how they make it cost so much. But and the other thing is you can't get a perk that's right next to each other. So as you guys can see, I'm going to go to display capture for a second. As you guys can see, Devour and Remedy are right next to each other. You cannot get Devour and Remedy at the same time. I don't believe that's how it works. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure entirely how this is set up, but I'm pretty sure that if you get Devour on this, you cannot get Remedy on the same piece of gear, is what I'm saying. You can get the perk, you can get Remedy and Devour, you can get these 2, but you can't get them on the same piece of gear. I'm pretty sure that's how it's designed. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm not fully educated on that. But there you go. There you guys go. I was just quickly explaining how the perk system works and show you guys what I chose. Anyways, there you go. I'm going to go into the gear showcase. This will not be me talking over it. This is going to be showing you guys what it looks like. So please enjoy. I have it all unlocked so you guys can look at the gear and decide for yourself what you like. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.